All right, welcome to the finals of week 2. Finally, Otter has
Mo,
patched his computer, and now we can actually play a game of League of
I thought
Legends.
this is the first game of week 3.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I am Paddo. With me is the help.
Blah!
We've been following Roshan's team all the way and his tear through Judgment Week 2, and now he's going to go up Zik, a team that I felt just straight off the picks was going to be very strong. You have a Pexi, Napromisiri, Challenger level player, Monosphere, Zik, Otter, all a lot of Challenger players in this team. We'll see how well they gel together and see if they can take on this really, really good Roshan team.
And I'm just going to throw a special shout out to my boyfriend, Sky King. I love you, boo. You're the best little spoon I've ever had in my entire life.
Gabriel Lamb #1. Gabriel in the background, making sure players get into games. And, we've had actually a pretty, if we wouldn't have had the Otter delay, would have had a really, really smooth tournament. Actually would have got done pretty early. All the games going really, really nicely thanks to all the players that have shown up so far. And now we're actually finally going to get to step into some finals action. Rise, Twisted Fate, Jarvan all banned. Fast not going to need to play. Tower pushing Rise. Elise, Nunu, Zach are going to be banned out here on Roshan's side. So pretty solid picks, but definitely the Rise ban targeted that.
Yeah, they're tired of that. They're tired of that. Rise has literally been the driving force of their team. No matter what else is going on, Rise is taking towers.
Yeah, and Fat likes to be lazy and just wants to play an easy champion and push towers. That's all he wants to do. So we'll have to get into team fights. Wants to face roll his keyboard, but now, let's see if he can actually has a another lazy champion left in his arsenal. Maybe he doesn't.
Guys,
Maybe he's gonna have to try.
You're making me remake my macros. I push one button, it does all team fight.
I only have one root page. It's for Rise.
Yeah, come on, guys. Who else is gonna need all this mana regen?
So Zig's team picks Rumble, which means they automatically win. So again, quick finals. Thank you everybody for coming out, and no joke.
We'll see week 3. Glad you waited 30 minutes for this game.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, Rumble's going to be a really strong champion. They have a lot of players on their team that can play him at a very high level, so expect good things, especially if they actually build a team comp around it. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Stodian's going to be playing that really excellent Lee Sin yet again that he was so on point with last game, and then Hank M picking up the Nami for Roshan.
I gotta say, just peeking around, using my eyepieces to look at stuff. This is the first game that I think we're gonna get the Nami Roshan and Varus on Lod's combo.
Yeah, that will be the first time it's come together. Everybody trying to counter it with not a lot of success. Everybody trolls the Heimer here, and unless it's last pick, oh my gosh, that's a proxy pick. I'll just ask Zik who it is.
No proxy picks after this much delay. We're not remaking.
Yeah, it's Thresh. So it's Thresh is gonna be the pick. Yep, everybody's pinging me. All right, good to know. Thresh, finally going to see Thresh because Thresh has been banned out in pretty much every game that we've seen. So now he's going to make an appearance. They're going to have Thresh in there, Jace, Rumble. The question is, what CC are they going to kind of round it out with to use this Rumble? Maybe they'll make it hard initiation. Maybe they'll just keep it poke and long range and just use his ult as a kind of reach out and touch you ability.
Yeah, no, it's looking like it's going to be playing that range Rumble game, which we saw a lot at Vancouver, and even coming out of these Challenger tier people, the long distance Rumble seemed to have just been a pile of fail. We got to get that up close and personal Rumble. We want Rumble in that front line. Hopefully these next 2 picks are going to be just that. Up in your face. Lods isn't going to be able to go anywhere. Oh, Fat's taking the K money. Ken Dog.
Yeah, really aggressive champion actually matches up really well against a Rumble, so we'll see possibly if a 2v1 lane comes out for either team. That could be a potential to deal with not wanting that lane matchup, but we'll have to see. And Otter, if he locks in Ezreal, wouldn't be a surprise. Loves Ezreal. Played him to some great success in some of the LCS matches, or the Challenger Series trying to get into the LCS. Was in the playoffs on, I believe it was on Team Summit. I can't remember. I think it was that was the team that he was on. It was killing people.
Freaking game got super delayed. We're just about to start. Yeah, I know. I believe he was in the original Team Summon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was kind of a big deal. Brandon being a great guy over there, bringing the cash down upon them from the sky of Potato Monster. Yeah. And then are we going to see this Xin Zhao? And Xin Zhao is one of those champions. Like, I can't make Xin Zhao work, but the people who can make Xin Zhao look so good.
Yeah, he's a really good like stick on you kind of jungler. We actually saw what the story was last time we saw him is like people would just go Mobo boots on him and then run people down and just have like really quick engage. So that could be what we see from him. On the other hand, it looks like high armor equals threat Wukong. Okay, so the Zillion's actually going to be a Wukong, so they're going to get Hank M back on his Wukong, and this is going to be a really potent lineup from Roshan. Like they have a lot of AoE CC, they have a lot of damage. Looks like a good lineup. Looking out on the other side, it's going to be a lot of damage again. They don't really have a way to stick on to people, but those Rumble ults, if placed correctly in some tight quarters, could be devastating.
Absolutely, and those Rumble ults, Rumble's ult, the Equalizer, is the most intelligently named ultimate in the game. It is just that. It equalizes the fight. This is what we're going to do now, and this is how much damage you're going to take for it. It doesn't matter if he's behind. Doesn't matter what else has been going on in the entire thing. If you're on the Equalizer, you're going to regret every decision you've ever made.
Yeah, don't step on the floor candy, you said.
Floor candy is bad. It's been that way since Vanilla WoW. Come on, people. By the way, when is Riot going to change purple to red? Nobody has said purple.
I don't know. I actually messaged them and they said like, oh yeah, well we'll mention it to our devs. And I actually, now that I'm gonna be going there, I'm gonna find the dude that's in charge of the team color right there. I'll be like, you make this red. You make this red right now.
Are you gonna fight him?
I'm not gonna fight him.
Battle him to the death. Be like, yo, bro, you made many mistakes.
I'm just going to ask him very nicely and point out the error of all his ways.
And then I'm going to crucify him.
Probably not.
What?
Probably not.
Fine.
Crucifying's a little fire.
Yeah, well,
maybe I'll tie his shoelaces together. How about that?
All right, fine. Just something.
Taking a step down from crucifixion.
one step.
Yeah, one step.
I just realized I have like 50 Riot Grave skins.
Oh, really?
Here. Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, you got 99 problems, and having a bunch of Riot Graveskin is definitely not one of them, unless I'm a 14-year-old girl and need to cut myself.
That would be bad.
That would be super bad.
Quick team picks. We see AAA actually coming in here from Laud's team and Roshan's team. Completely unimaginative, while over on the other side, they spelled out Zik, which is on point, and I feel like Notroshan's clearly already behind in the gamesmanship here early.
Yeah, not Roshan, not in Zik's head. Zik's able to outgame him right here in Champ Select. Now not Roshan sitting here in these last 10 seconds, really concerned about what's going on in Champion Select. I can tell you right now, this game is already over before it started.
And I can tell you this for sure. I know Fat isn't the top player for the bans, but it feels like a total Fat bandage right here. Like, completely lazy. Just pick the A's. Just pick the first 3 champions. Like, what is that? Like, I mean, come on, guys. Come on.
I'm just saying, I'm done with this. Helpful hand going to Zik for spelling out his name in Champion Ban.
Yeah. Baller status achieved right there.
All right. So, but like breaking down the actual team fight potentials here, I gotta say, Laud's team looked absolutely terrifying. If Fat and Hank are allowed to stack on top of each other and allow their ults to do all the damage on top of the knockup that's going to be coming in from behind out of not Roshan, this is going to get way too brutal, way too quickly. That's not going to be something that in a team fight you're going to be able to survive. You're going to have to be able to stay wide and out of the way, which luckily for Zik's team over here, they do have Otter on easy, who's going to be able to hop around instead of those things. They have Xin Zhao, who can tank for a while. They have the smarmy bastard Jace, who's going to be able to poke from a distance, get his team some mobility, and then get in there and really seal the deal once the teams start. And then Thresh, late game, is best support in universe. Like, in you. Like, he's able to get in there, throw the box down, does so much damage, such a big slow. There's no escaping from him or getting past him to the rest of his team if he's on that front line.
Yeah, I agree. They have a lot of good ways to disengage. Even Zinzao, as good as he is engaging, can, with that crescent sweep, send people away. So they do have a lot of good potential there. One thing I'm noting is that they actually don't have an exhaust for Kennen, which typically is a good way to blunt a lot of his damage when he comes in on you. Or even Hanks for that matter when he comes in Cyclones. So interesting enough, they're going to be light on that. But that said, I mean, again, yeah, they have the ways to stay out of it, but the big problem and the thing we always point to is the team that has the big AoE engaged team usually a lot easier to execute than the kite team. And in a format like this where you're drafting people and you're playing like a couple games, like this is game day. They've had a little bit of time to play together, but it's a lot easier for Zig's team to break down than it's going to be for Lod's team.
Absolutely. So let's see what happens here in this next 30 minutes of a game. That proof of concept fight's going to be coming somewhere on minute 18, and once that happens, we're going to be able to see who's done what right.
Yeah, and anything else? I mean, I think that as far as CC goes, I mean, Cleanse is there, which is going to help probably get out of Kennen's stun, but other than that, there's nothing. I guess Varus as well, but other than that, like, Cleanse doesn't help him that much. There's a lot of just like knock-up kind of abilities that are going to kind of be voided by Cleanse.
Yeah, no, Cleanse is definitely there for that stun, the bubble. Well, I mean, they have to deal with the stun, the bubble, and the, root your team. And if Lod proving even last game, he's able to get those ultimates in there in the perfect team fight scenario where he's able to grab all 5 members.
Yeah, for anybody tuning in, this is a league of all Diamond 1 Challenger, high-level Diamond players, all from the Pacific Northwest, Washington, BC, Canada.
And
yeah. And Oregon. Yeah, Stark Terrors representing. Yeah. I think we have some, and technically Otter, originally from Washington, but currently lives in Canada. Not Canada, California. So he's an honorary member. Trying to go down there and make his LCS dreams come true.
Let's just tase him.
I remember when you were on that kick where you just want to tase everybody.
Every now and again you kind of want to tase people, okay?
Yeah, it was hard to be your friend.
I don't know why it's hard to be my friend. Just wear rubber boots and, stay out of tase range.
And bring like extra pairs of clothes.
Yeah, because you're going to pee yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Gets pretty brutal.
Yeah.
In the AOD house. Ugh.
So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging around, waiting for this game to start. I know it's been a while, but we should have a good match for you. A lot of really stellar players, a bunch of challenger players. Actually, this game, I believe we have at least 5 challenger players in this game.
Yes, there are. There are 5 challenger players in this game, 3 and 2. On top of that, there's diamond everywhere. Diamonds raining from the sky. And yeah, all the gold is a lie. The gold is a lie.
So we'll see how this game starts. Hopefully, Roshan's team will not give up another level 1 ace.
But it doesn't matter if they do. We've already seen what they can do with a level 1 ace. It's called hope. You give the other team hope, then you just simply take it away. It's an old Smash Brothers Melee thing, and I am sitting in Lagsville. Lagscouver.
Yeah, unfortunately, it appears like a lot of players actually were having trouble there with Comcast. It's a pretty widespread issue. Hopefully, Riot fixes that in the coming week, so that next Judgment we don't have that issue again. Because I know it's very frustrating for players. It's hard to have a really tough competitive tournament like this and have some people just be like ice skating around.
Boop. And now everybody's seen everybody, and we're gonna get this fight here right in the beginning. I gotta say, the team at level 1, Zix looking really strong, able to put down a bunch of damage and play that kite game, but boom! Varus hopping to the back line, gonna be able to get that first blood. Are they going to get a second kill? Varus, or Kenny getting one, and there's Easy finally poking down Varus. Not Roshan running away, and there's the flash coming off the back.
No, you cannot run from the Otter.
Otter says, nobody leaves Kansas.
Otter says, this is why I patched. Gotta go back and buy me some more items. And so Roshan tried to not upset it, but then they're just like, let's trade for 2 for 2. Why not? Level 1 fights. It's entertaining. We made the people wait. Let's give them what they want. I
mean, they got swagger TM87, baby.
And so the way it's built up here is actually Otter's going to get a Fairy Charm. So he's going to have a little bit more mana regen so he can spam some spells in lane, while we're actually seeing that Lod on Varus is just going to have that longsword.
Ooh, and this is getting bi-curious. Hank running mid's going to run into Otter, who's showing up to say hi. Gonna make his life interesting.
I'm kind of interested why, because I guess he popped. He must, yeah. He keeps popping his like. I feel bad for Hank because he's like, all right, I'm gonna go elixir, pop at the right moment, go on. Instead, it's every level 1 team fight. Every time he plays Wukong, level 1 team fight has to pop elixir. Comes back with elixir like missing a lot of its time off of it.
Yeah, and then he suffers this first few minutes he has to engage, but the jungler's not going to be there to back him up for a little while, especially after all that death that just happened. We're sitting there 2-2. 100 gold is splitting the difference right now. Remember that game when we started at 4K instead of whatever it's supposed to be? Yeah, that was this game.
And
Down
so
bottom,
yeah.
Lod's punishing Zik, though, not allowing him. He's like, I'm sorry, Rumble. You can't do anything to level 4. I'm going to make sure it takes as long as possible for you to get there.
Yeah, Rumble's super weak early, a little bit weaker after the nerfs too, and it's just against a 2v1 lane like that, not a lot of fun, and we see them trying to shut each other down here. Wukong getting the better of it so far, but actually a pretty smart lane swap and a good idea to actually send Jace top and send Monastery up there against Fat.
Oh, I agree. And Otter getting dunked on. Everybody's getting grabbed. The cleanse is going to come down, and will that last tick happen? Will somebody go deep? No. Otter's going to be able to Ezreal his way out of that one.
Yeah, Cleanse being the clutch savior right there. Now, this is the money time. Zik has to be able to last hit underneath turret, and Zinzao is actually going to provide him the safety bubble to do it in, and he's going to have to get a decent amount of CS here to make up for the fact that he's getting completely pressured out, and oh, he's missing a lot of CS right now. This is actually kind of brutal for him.
Yeah, no, well, at least some of it's getting picked up by Zen, but that bubble's going to be able to grab him right there, and more damage is just going to put on him. And once this lane pushes back out, he's going to be in a world of, I want farm.
Really nice hook, actually, by Apexi right there underneath turret. Apexi Otter, very strong bot lane, and now they're actually trying to turn this one on 3v3, and there's the Zinzao coming in here with the pop-up, getting a lot of those slows, going to need a nice Aqua Prison to protect him, but the Ignite's going to take, it looks like it's going to be it. They're able to pick up a kill and just run him down. So many, his flash burned earlier for the level 1 first blood, so that's why he went down right there.
And I gotta say, that was that moment where I saw the harpoon come around and it got through Notroshan. Notroshan really needs to be in front of those, taking one for the team. That's your support duty.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And now that Zik has hit 4, that Rumble's going to start becoming a bit of a problem. He can now harass a lot better. He doesn't have mana to worry about, so he can throw those electrostatic harpoons just on cooldowns alone. Up in mid, though, reaching out there to try to touch somebody with sound, the blind man's going to have to go back in the jungle, and he's going to get caught.
Yeah, this is starting to look very, very bleak, especially with the hook off the back. Oh my gosh, Napromisiri getting another kill in there and trying to get fed. Almost a little bit like, our buddy Dark Haruki, a.k.a. Super Metroid.
Yeah, no, just a little bit. And there he is, perfect wait time.
Such a good read.
And they're just pulling him. He misses the hook, but yeah, it's going to pick him up. That Ignite right on the end, just sitting out there. A perfect shield coming off to protect from any turret damage, and now this mid turret's going to take a lot of damage. There's no jungler, there is no mid, and this is the kind of game that Otter was hoping for with this switch.
Yeah. Apexi read Hank M like a book, and even though Hank had a great dodge of the hook, still went down there. Otter putting in that last auto attack. Greatly done, and they should be able to take down this mid turret here pretty shortly. Zik now again underneath turret taking so much harass here. Mid turret's going to fall, and they're going to have to rotate back and try to pick up and cover for that and keep it up. If they do that, it'll be a really successful swap for them.
Absolutely. I would just run straight down river right now. I know the ward would spot me out, but getting down there before Varus hits 6, not being able to get grabbed, keeping it spread so you don't get the bubble. You have Thresh. You have so much going for you. You have the hook. You have the friend hook. You have so many options. Going back and spinning the gold, I guess, is also a good idea. Yeah, and here's the switch, putting the Monkey Man up against the futuristic war machine up top.
Yeah, it's a good call. Plus, the thing that we do know about Hank is we did see him play from pretty far behind last time as Wukong and still have a huge impact. So not too worried about his position right now. Waiting for Rumble to actually hit level 6. If he's able to do it before he can leave, he can actually equalize with the lane. Or it looks like Ezreal's actually going to get here just in time to help cover for him.
Ooh, in 6. That means the fight's going to start with Ezreal. And here's Ezreal's thrust. There's that equalizer we were talking about, doing big grabs. And Ezreal now behind Varus, going to start the rampage. And Otter not even letting his sweet, sweet Zik get anywhere near death. He's saying, I'm so sorry it took me so long to get in this game, but please let me show you why you waited.
Yeah, and they kind of know better at this point. I would think Lod and Roshan, they should have known that mid-turn was down. They were going to be coming back to lane, and Rumble was close to 6. At 6, like Rumble alone is going to be really scary. Now to Promissory trying to run more people down. Stoning should be able to escape out of this, so they get off a good amount of damage. But the hook lands. No!
The friend hook.
Oh no! This is dirty.
That was hooks on hooks, baby. We had the hook right onto him. At that exact moment, Otter grabbed onto the lantern, jetted right up there, and was able to put down the final amounts of pain necessary. Fat now in big trouble as 3 people aim to possibly dive him right on this tower. Yes. There goes the ultimate for the stun.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I don't know what that was, because I was like, Kenny got slicing Maelstrom. Like if it was down, maybe, but come on, man.
I was wrong. I can admit it. 2 towers down now at 8 minutes. We are working on a Korean push strat right now. This is all about fast, high pressure, and not letting up.
Yeah, they have a really good siege, especially if they can take down some more early turrets and get Jace in the mix as well. They're going to be really, really tough to stop.
Jace just hanging out. Jace don't care. Jace is the honey badger of this game.
Monkey time.
Oh, and Monkey is saying, I have some damage for you finally.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's the double flash. Flash to respond to flash. Everybody wanted that. Nobody was having it. And Rumble now getting caught out in the jungle. He's going to get spotted. Lee Sin might be coming around to get this kill. Everybody can see everything now.
Yeah, a lot of good words. Rumble actually has some backup here. Just trying to protect their blue buff now at this point. Oh, wow, the flash with the lantern, too, to get in there really quickly on Lod. Otter trading right now, starting to lose out, but here comes the rest of the team, and Lod actually underneath the turret, and they are cleaned up really quickly. I mean, who was, like, wasn't, like, I have to imagine, like, Stoning and Fat was like, hey, guys, they were at our blue. They're coming down. Someone should have been saying something.
Oh, absolutely. You would think so, at least. That was way planned and way seen out. Like, that didn't happen in the dark.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, Apexi and Otter, they're having fun at this point. Like, you just see, like the flash hooks with, like, lantern moves. Like, they're just constantly just working in tandem together to just abuse their opponents and get tons of style points on their way out.
It's such a high mobility, just cheese factory. There's nothing that can happen. And Notroshan has left. Notroshan, GG. He says, GG.
This is just all the drama that, like, Notroshan's team build up. I fully expect in the net, like, 10 minutes later, we're going to talk about how even and close this game is. I expect that from him at this point.
We have a 4K difference. This is where Notroshan's team really does thrive. They like getting, like, 4 or 5K behind. A lot of kills, lose a couple towers, and then really just dig deep and take the hope away. We've seen it the last 2 games, at least.
Yeah, I mean, this game with this talented a lineup, I would think not, but I thought the same thing about Satsulo's team, the way they were rolling, and it ended up not being true. But I definitely think the way this team is playing right now and how much talent they have in this team, and they're going to get even farther ahead after they take this blue golem. It's looking really good for them.
Yeah. No, they're in a pretty solid spot. I thought our pause would have been taken care of with the weight, but I guess not. I guess we needed to. I guess we're back in.
Now, the disconcerting thing, at least for Hank M at this point, is the fact that he still only has the Doran's Blade, and while his counterpart, the other person that was winning 2v1, only has 34 CS, he also has a kill and 5 assists.
Yeah.
So a lot more gold coming up for him on that
he's
end.
helping.
Yeah.
He's helping. Yeah. And he's now, look at him. He's got that Dorns. He's also got that Ruby crystal on the cloth armor, working on the Face of Death. Yeah, I'm renaming items. That's what I do. He's got that Dorn shield to help soak up some of that damage that'd be coming out of this mid lane to counter that. And boom! We have big moves coming onto Zik. This might not be the greatest of times for him, but he's going to flash out of here, throw the electrostatic harpoons behind. If he can dodge this Q at Lee Sin, he might just be able to survive. But Fat flashes in to get the stun. Will they be able to hold him down?
Oh, he's weaving. He's bobbing and he's weaving. Oh,
Nope,
he's dead. The
And he
stun
drags it out as long as he can, but nobody's there to help him.
Fight in bot lane, and Lot is losing really, really bad. Roshan's about to follow this up with a death of his own. Easily picked up by Otter. Knows that champion in and out. Plays him so well. Doesn't miss a Mystic shot. Feels like ever. And now they're going to be able to take down this bot turret.
Hey, do you remember when Thresh was a ban every single game?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Have you figured out why that was yet?
You remember when we gave a really good support named Apexi Thresh?
Yeah. Hooks on hooks, baby. It's the red light district and one champion.
Yeah, now we see the backup, the buddies going at it here. Zeds out, just poking in and out, takes a little bit of damage out of it. But overall, yeah, I mean, these guys have such good poke, a good ability to pressure on turrets. They have Rumble backing them up here shortly, and they're going to draw a lot of attention here from Notroshan's team.
Whoop, and there's the Gate O Power. Going to come up here, ping toward that bush, which is such a beautiful warding situation. Going to be able to spot out Hank, and are they going to get the poke in? They've read it. They know he's running. Oh, and he jukes back through. He's going to be able to knock him up. It's like Common here. There goes the equalizer, and he's going to drop.
Yeah, Ken didn't have Slicing Maelstrom. Otherwise, they might have been able to capitalize. We're going to see Lee Sin go in here. Should be able to pick up this kill onto Zik. Nicely done there. Zik getting a little bit careless coming around in front of the turret instead of through the jungle. Now Jace a little bit on the run, but here comes Thresh with an Otter in tow. Necromancer going to help back that one up. And Otter just pushing top turret. Should be able to take it.
Oh, yeah, no, Otter can do whatever he wants at this point. It's going to take at least 2 champions to handle Otter. With the amount of mobility that's available with the Thresh in the game, this is ridiculous. And it's looking like they're just said, you know what? We're going to leave Otter to do his thing. Let's get this mid tower. Let's try to force the fight elsewhere. We can't deal with this right now. We need gold.
Yeah, they need objectives. They need the global gold. They need to match blow for blow. And they need to kind of open up the map for themselves because they don't have a turret
Thresh
yet.
says, I want to play. The box is going to land at any moment. No! No, he's up in the air. He's up in the air, and they're taking the damage away. The sail is out of Apexi's wings, and that's going to be that. You know what? Sail, wind, whatever.
Great stall, but that CC just alone coming out of Roshan, absolutely devastating. Zik now running him down, but he's actually silenced himself. A little bit of a no-no right there for this pursuit. Doesn't want to actually be overheated now at this point. Jason them go again. We see the tether coming here from Lod, putting up that damage. Stoney going to try to get his way out. Slow shot coming out pretty weak there. And Otter really wishing that he actually had that ice gauntlet already, but he doesn't quite have it. And Zik decides he wants to go all in, but he's not quite able to get enough. Otter goes in, throws out the Mystic shot, misses, might fail with his life, fails to flash over the wall. That wall way too thick to get over. Really nice attempt right there, but again, this is what kind of happens to teams. They get a lead, and then Roshan's team slowly baits them into coming back.
And this is kind of that brutal factor there. And there we were talking about how we never saw a missed Mystic shot. Everybody was low there. A Mystic shot on anybody would have been enough to kind of ace them in. But we finally see that one miss, and now the gold lead down to 4 is shrinking to 3 quickly.
Yeah, one thing that they're doing great that no other team has actually really been able to do against Roshan's team is that not only are they ahead, but they're also ahead in CS as well. Typically, Roshan's team has been able to keep in by the fact that they've been able to just out CS their opponents. The only one really ahead still is Hank versus Rumble, but Rumble obviously, again, like we've talked about with Equalizer, really still super effective, and that Mystic shot's gonna clip the lane as Jace goes up there. Is gonna clean up the rest of it.
And now it's looking like everybody's running down here for a nice dragon engagement. The timer has been called on both teams. Will we see an epic fight in the middle of this river?
Yeah, it looks like Jace rotating down here, wants to get down there for the fight. Otter just picked up red. Going to be able to use that to great effectiveness. Wants to finish off that ice gauntlet. He's actually very close.
There's a hook!
Oh,
on the Lods! And the box. That's gonna be the perfect
his ult. That's actually cool. And they're still on top of the equalizer. Teams, man, they don't learn.
Chasing Singe and standing on the equalizer. This is just going to get ugly. And Otter, all the words in the world are not going to be able to
cleaning up. Hey, there you are, Jace.
The
hook gets the kill. Oh, man.
We just have a stack of bodies down here. It's brutal. There's bodies and robots and flags. Oh, my.
Yeah, so many wars. Like there's like the panic wars. Like we need vision in this bush. All the wars.
This is the bush that will win.
Yeah, nice big fight. Otter very close to dying. If they were able to take him down definitely would have been a different story. In this case, able to take out a turret, and now they're actually going to switch over, take blue buff really, really quickly, steal that away from the enemy team. Now, the enemy team not too reliant on blue buff, so it's not going to be a huge hindrance to them, but still great to actually just keep refreshing onto Otter and Jace.
While it's not a big hindrance, it is a huge buff on top of Jace. Jace and easy rockin' blues, that's a dangerous sight.
Yeah, that's a lot of poke. Rumble rotating down now. Doesn't have his equalizer. Probably not going to have it for this dragon fight. Red should be able to secure this kill right here. And nice pickup by them.
And a great move, hooking onto the Monkey Master, but not pulling yourself in. That would have just been a death. Senseless death.
Yeah, sometimes you get that itch. It's like a Lee Sin Sonic Wave, and you're just like, I really want a Resonating Strike. I landed it, guys. I want to go in.
I just want to make the magic happen.
I just want to be fancy. Maybe I'll press it and instantly safeguard back. Who knows?
I'll be fine.
Yeah, so both teams settling into a good rhythm here. All the wards actually spent on that bottom half because that's where all the main objectives were. Now rotating in later to the game. Baron is up. Don't expect a lot of pressure on there, but I expect more wards going up there since that is the outer turrets that are pretty much left.
Ezreal now with his Iceborne Gauntlet, that blue build is pretty solid at this point.
Yeah, if he gets onto you, or, I mean, expect him to not really get caught in these team fights, unless Hank is able to get in the back lines. One thing that definitely Roshan's team needs to clean up is the LOD catches, because he's been caught quite a bit, not necessarily in lane, but like right there. Like, that was a huge catch onto him, and then even missing his ult in the panic of trying to make something happen there. They can't afford to have him down. They need him up. They need him adding in his DPS. And they especially need his ult to land so they can it can facilitate the rest of the CC. That team is built to deliver.
Absolutely, and they're built to really move. Anything, even being held down by that ultimate, they'll be able to reach out and do something. There isn't a single person on that team, spare Xin Zhao, who needs to be in your face. And Xin Zhao's gap closer. As soon as he's out of that ult, he will be on you again.
Six in a lot of trouble here. Gonna turn on to LOD. Gets him on top of the equalizer. Still able to pick up the kill. Look how much damage that's doing. And Rumble's not even stacked.
No, he is not. He's been behind this entire time, but the equalizer is just that. It doesn't matter. Floor candy is bad. Floor candy has always been bad.
Yeah. Absolutely murdering. Now they're going to come in here, put a lot of damage on the base turret. No one's actually in position to really stop this. They're actually able to get off a good amount, and now they're going to rotate down, secure this turret with the push of Xin Zhao, and good pickup.
Absolutely. Ward coming in down in the back lane right there, trying to catch anybody out that was hanging on the other side of the base. Nami stepping up because, you know, she said no, and everybody listened. Here comes Fat running in. The box is coming down, going to get kicked into the wall. The slows, the jukes, and there's the monkey in the back line knocking everybody up. Otter is going to be able to clean that one up and then turn around, and there is just fresh pickings at this range fight that he can do. This is the kite battle that he wants. And while he doesn't have the damage to keep trading with LODs, he got to play a lot of that kite and take down two of them. And that miss right there is going to be huge.
Uh-oh. Someone died earlier and wants a bunch of kills.
How did Jace? What? Where did Rumble come from? Rumble wasn't there that entire time, coming in at the end and playing cleanup crew.
It's all part of these guys' strategy. Just die top, then all of a sudden when they don't expect you to be there, engage in a really long team fight where they're chasing Otter, and then just come out of nowhere and kill everybody.
Who is this Skara on Mordekaiser? Die 5 times, win game?
That's just kind of the pro strat clearly we've seen week 2 of Judgment.
Yeah, week 2 of Judgment. Challenger players play like this. All you Wood Elo silver players out there, learn something. Die 5 times, win game.
Yeah, good execution there. Again, Roshan's team just getting a little bit too excited about the potential. Great kite by Otter, pulling them and holding them there for that much time. And even Monosphere stuck on there for a really long time, held them there for Rumble to come in and clean up. Really nicely executed, and now they almost have a 10k gold lead. A really significant gold lead that's going to be hard for Roshan's team to overcome. They still have a chance to do it against this kind of finesse team, but it's getting rougher as we go along.
It's getting really rough. Ugh. These fights are starting to get more and more brutal. It's just kind of just absolute savagery. And what we're seeing here is Rumble's being able to play his game of up close and personal instead of being all spread out, because you have Wukong getting so deep in there and Kennen wanting to get so deep in there. And with that dedication to that kind of that forward thinking, they're able to get back there on rods.
Yeah, Zinzo lagging a little bit behind. He's not with the team. It would be a 5v4 if they try to engage with us. He would be a little bit late to it, but actually stacked on top of a ward currently and trying to clear out some wards. They're trying to lay a trap here. I think that they've kind of sensed this out, though. Apexi actually has an Oracle, so he knows what's up. The hook over the wall onto Roshan. They hold him in place, but no damage actually comes through. Kind of anticipating, so.
Is there a poke? Is there a hook that this man can't land? Boom! Lod's at half health now after one Jace EQ.
Yeah, put Apexi and Otter on the same team. Have them play skill shot champions. Have them not miss. GG.
GG. Skill shot's too strong.
Yeah, and really the rest of the team's been playing really well, even with like a few mistakes and some deaths they've given up. Napromisary has been absolutely stellar this game.
Whoa!
Here's
and
the
here comes the ult factory.
Thresh push him away. Equalizer, beautiful right there across the team, splitting him. Hourglass used by Fat to try to dodge a lot of that damage, but the burn still ticked onto him. Double kill from the J shot. Lod now running for his life, but he's slowed. Apexi taking some turret shots. They are so low right now. Gotta be careful. Otter says nope. Sit down.
Just easy. Jumping in. Arcane shift for the kill. And you saw that, friend. I've never seen a Thresh walk into a team fight and box. I've never seen that.
Oh, no, Lod. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And there's the ace.
Missed the missing shot. No, got it.
Oh,
Auto
yeah,
attack.
You'll be fine.
Auto attacks don't miss.
It's magic.
True story.
And now they're going to get this first inhibitor off of this. Maybe if they stay too long, though, Wukong's going to be able to clean house. He's running. But, hey, remember that one time when blue buff slows your entire team that's chasing us and we have all the mobility in the world?
Oh, man. Those are frustrating moments, too, because just like, if I just get in, free quadra kill.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah, they got too much mobility. Not going to get caught in lockdown here. The best option that they would maybe have in their arsenal, backing off this many members, is to rush a Baron. But you also have Rumble waiting in the wings, who's going to have his equalizer shortly because that ult is BS and has a 0-second cooldown pretty much.
5-second cooldown, does tons of damage. Missiles don't do damage when land because they're made out of paper full of napalm. And there is the True Shot Barrage coming down bottom to clear out this bot lane, but so many minions down here that they kind of just shook it off.
Yeah, I think they're just going to give up a bunch of damage to this. Don't want to actually give up Baron control at this point and just relying on the True Shot Barrage. A good wave is actually meeting it, so not too much trouble in the bot lane. And really right now, Roshan is praying for a really big face check from Otter or someone critical on the enemy team, and they can just capitalize with all their CC. But I feel like they don't have enough damage now with what they've built up to really make anything happen. And look at that!
Equalizer landing on the entire team!
Oh, man, that is brutal. Good, nice hourglass right there. Otter still waiting in the wings, though. Hank M with a good pick off there onto Thresh. They've taken him out of it, but two big beasts still waiting here. Roshan gets clipped. Lod not long for this world. There's the dunk right there from Jace. Gonna try to run down the rest of the members. Gonna have a gate in here. Roshan's pretty much gone here unless he gets a lot of help. And Hank even eats a shot trying to block it there with his ghost. Now he's gonna fall. Quadra kill for Monosphere. Nice pickup for him.
There's the second proof of concept fight right there. First one around 18 minutes, like I said, and that one right there is just going to seal the deal. This game has been won at this point. At least it's their game to lose. They just have so much damage. They're able to tank so much of this and just survive on the outskirts of this team. They're staying spread enough that their giant AoE ults aren't being able to hit everybody, and they're just capitalizing on being able to pick, and point.
Yeah, Thresh just too good of a counter to Kennen right now at this point. It's like he tries to get in, there's box, plus he can knock him away. Like he has such a hard time getting in. Plus, even before he was able to ult and try to get in to begin with, he lost about half his health from poke. It's like
the equalizer. Yeah, like the equalizer was just like okay, bro, come at me. And there is the big overextension. The equalizer back up already. True Shot Barrage going to take out all that health. And there's the friend hook reaching for somebody in the back. Jace misses it. Now he has to walk into the fight, but it doesn't matter because his team is going to be able to just clean this up. There's everybody getting knocked up by Hank, who's trying to just hold somebody down. Thresh is going to be able to pull down Nami, and there's Jace reaching over the wall.
Man, great execution all the way through here, and that's going to be the game. Otter chasing him all the way back to base, tanking turrets. Doesn't even care at this point. This should be cleanup time for them. They're going to actually have a chance to defend themselves. I expect them to come out pretty strong. They actually have all their ults up, so they actually could get a pretty good team fight off here.
I'm going to go ahead and say no. No, they couldn't. And this is why. You see where they all are, how far forward they are? Otter's still sitting in that back row doing so much damage. While they might lose one, Otter's still at almost full health. And hit here and poke all day. Lod's now super low. And Jace, remember that time when Jace gave anything? Nah, me either. An entire empty bag. There's nothing in there for him to give.
Otter's just taunting right now. He's just like sitting there like, come at me. Let's do this.
He wants it. And Fat's happy to oblige. The entire team's actually now chasing him. Gonna finally take him down, but a 45-second plus fight is now gonna leave them on an equalizer with an angry Jace saying no, friend hooking back to catch the flash that for Thresh, protecting him and taking that kill. This will be a second inhibitor and possibly a base turret or 7.
Yeah, this is pretty much a wrap here. They're gonna keep racing out here to fight the onslaught, but look at Lod. Just no real chance to even live here. Monosphere praying for it to the skies, but not with the range.
And boop, boop. Hey, remember that time when you base spawned minions? I don't, because I just destroyed them all. Now the lanes are just going to free push. You have that entire huge minion wave down bottom, just pushing down that turret without anything that the enemy team can do. In response, Apexi all the way back, he is healed up. And there's, oh no, oh no, oh no.
That would have been really good if you had a Slicing Maelstrom, but it was not off cooldown, so didn't really do anything but get himself picked up. Otter, getting red buff, taking his time, his sweet time, get up here. He's like, my team's got it. Oh, the hooks! The hooks! Does not miss. Oh, stoning.
And this will be GG. Thank you very much, everybody who came out to watch Week 2 of Judgment. This has been a fantastic game. There's the surrender.
Yeah, GG. Nicely played. A new champion is crowned. Zeke going to jump up in the standings there, picking up 9 points for him and all his players. Meanwhile, Roshan now still holding on to first place, I believe, after getting first place Week 1 and now second place Week 2.
Too many points, lasting too long. Too many champions. This has been a fantastic time casting with you, champion. Thank you, everybody who came out to watch us. I am the Help, and with me is Paddo. We are bringing you Judgment Week 2. It is the happiest time of my life.
Yeah, again, thanks to everybody that helped us do this, all our other streamers. I'm Thorbo, the Pimp Imp, who are casting on Raiseyourweaponmedia 2. All the captains and players who showed up tonight, thank you so much for coming out here and putting on a good show for us. Also, Gabriel, Sanctified, Sky King, all those people coming in here and helping us record some games. Couldn't have done it without you guys, and hopefully we'll have some really cool highlights for you next week to show off all these cool games.
You've changed my life. Thank you.
All right, have a good night, guys.